we're going to get this episode going, okay?
I'm sleeping. Hey, you're doing a lot of this, and we need you to do kind of this.
Not even turned on yet.
Yes, it is.
It's been on. It caught me muttering on the sequence.
Cheers, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Bourbon Booze. It's Friday, it's cocktail time, and this is probably my favorite episode of the week. Just because we get to try a new cocktail. I've never been a really big cocktail person, but since doing the show,
I've had a crack done.
I know, since doing the show, I've definitely become a big cocktail fan.
And today's one is interesting. It's my own addled, drunken concoction.
Yeah, this is one of his after filming, play in the bar and come up with something new for another episode ones, which we've done a couple in the past few weeks, I think.
Yeah, all came from the same night of drunken cocktail mixing. This was the third one, so hopefully it's the best, or it's the worst.
Hopefully it is. I'm going to grab these tongs because I'm thinking you're going to need them. Mm-hmm. So this is a no name, so we'll come up with a name at the end.
We'll figure it out as we go along.
Yeah, hopefully you like it. If you do, make sure you like and subscribe. Even if you don't like it, still like and subscribe. It means a lot to us. The subscription as we grow is tremendous.
Well, if you hate us, just like and subscribe. That'll show us.
Okay. Also, make sure you leave comments because I love reading the comments, and
nice
95% of them are really nice. You guys are awesome fans and viewers. There's 5% of you that just probably aren't nice to anybody, but comes with the territory. All right, so let us start with this. What do you got going?
So we're gonna start off with.
Now remember, this is out of his adult brain.
Well, as far as I know, I mean, too many cocktails you can never find it.
Sometime we're gonna come up with.
This is probably a variation on some other one that I have no clue about.
We'll come up with the best cocktail ever, which I think is the Texas Brimstone. Yeah. And then somebody will say, well, that was invented in 1922.
Or 1852. Yeah.
Yeah, because Texas had a bunch of smoked whiskey back then. Huh?
Exactly.
All right, so what do we got going?
So we're going to start off with a 1/4 ounce pear syrup.
So a 1/4 ounce of
and we're using the Monin.
The Monin pear syrup. If you haven't checked out Monin has a syrup for everything. It's essential to have on your bar. Quite a few of these.
Seems a little bit available.
Yeah, I find them mostly at one store and not another store, as far as big box stores.
And as usual, we're going to be doing a double here.
Yeah.
So I did a 1/2 ounce there.
You did a 1/2 ounce? Okay. But Monin has different syrups for all sorts of things.
And so we're going to
We have a studio audience that wants to raise his hand for some reason.
It's a syrup non-alcoholic.
Yes, Monin is non-alcoholic syrup.
It's actual just syrup.
So you can use it in coffees. You can use it in coffees, snow cones, whatever, but mostly for bar use for us.
And so then 3 dashes lime juice.
3 dashes of lime juice. And that's probably good for the 2 drinks. Okay, 6 dashes. 7.
I did put quite a bit. I just did it in dashes all the time.
I actually bought lemons to do fresh squeezed lemons for this recipe, and it was lime, so we're doing freshly Cody squeezed out of a bottle.
It's freshly squeezed. You just saw me do it.
Okay, what's next?
And then 2 ounces of bourbon. We're using Old Tub.
2 ounces of bourbon, Old Tub.
It's affordable and delicious.
It's delicious. Is it affordable?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like $15.
Okay.
It was.
It is very delicious. Old Tub is good.
But it is reasonably affordable. It's sub $20 as far as I know.
Okay.
It might be like $19. Who knows anymore?
You're boring me. Hurry up. I'm just joking.
Thought you wanted me to talk
I want
more.
a drink. I will say that I'm allergic to pear, so I'm not too jumping into this.
Are you allergic to pear?
Fresh pears make my tongue all fuzzy and weird.
Oh, sorry.
I actually love pears.
1/4 ounce pear, 2 ounces bourbon, 3 dashes lime, Jack bitters. Because we had it, you could probably substitute Angostura or maybe Old Fashioned, but
how many dashes?
Just says 1. So
okay.
Do 2.
Do 2, and then I want that.
Nothing came out.
Okay. So this is a Jack Daniel's bitters that we bought in the store.
It actually smells really good.
It smells really good, but it doesn't smell like an Angostura. So I'd look for a bourbon bitters or Tennessee bitters, whiskey bitters.
And so then
If you can. But I
fill-
wouldn't use the orange.
Yeah, probably not regular orange. Angostura,
Just regular Angostura.
regular Angostura aromatics, or old fashioned. Here, where's the old fashioned? So let's
You want
check it.
ice in here? Is that what you're asking?
Yes, ice. This is barrel aged.
Yeah, I get a barrel aged like Fee Brothers.
Fee Brothers, old fashioned, I believe. That one might do. You know, bitters can have a great impact, but they can also be specific to taste.
Right.
So you can change it up.
Fill a Collins glass or a tall boy with some ice.
Don't want all the water.
No. Adding some ice to your mixing glass.
And then stir. Where's my stir spoon in? And spritz the top of the ice with an orange blossom water.
Okay, orange blossom water, you can find those usually in the bitter section of bigger liquor stores, not smaller. Or you can order it online through Amazon.
I believe we got that at Total Wines and More.
I think so, but it took me a while to find it. But this is
Yeah, it was
orange
just the
blossom water.
one small section. There wasn't very many.
We have a couple aromatizers or spritzers.
Aromatics.
No, atomizers.
Oh, you're talking about the
Yeah,
spritzy things.
aromatizers, atomizers. So we do orange blossom water and absinthe. Then you stir, pour into glass. We have a Mooch Studio audience member today, which we normally don't, so you should have made 3.
Yeah, too late. And so then, interesting thing about this, because I was drinking a beer while making these cocktails, and I was like,
So Guinness.
and a splash of Guinness Extra Stout. And it probably really needs to be Guinness Extra Stout, because the Drought Stout is much more bitter and changes the flavor. And there's a few other Guinnesses, but...
So an extra stout.
So then just...
Irish. I was noticing this.
I would call that a splash, or do you want one more?
One more splash.
One more splash?
I was noticing this cool bottle opener you made for the bar.
That's
You
old.
didn't know this is previous life, which he seems to have stopped, is metalworking, forging.
Just gotta get back at it.
Yep. Splash of Guinness.
And then top with club.
Top with club soda.
Just do a little bit. Just, you know, if you're good at fizzy. Stir it up.
Okay, so pear, old tub,
That is a
Beer.
nice array of
club
flavors in
soda,
there.
lime, bitters, and cherry blossom.
Orange blossom.
Orange blossom. It's very good, very refreshing. Think you don't really taste the pear or the orange blossom. You do get the club soda, lime, and bourbon
As well as
with
the
a hint of that
stout.
beer. It's very refreshing. I really like it. I'm just kind of stumped right now for a name.
Yeah.
All right, we're back.
I put a little too much lime juice in the first ones. This is the first time I made it since, you know, the experimentation. And it's hard to tell how much I use in an experimentation. This one is far better. It's
So-
much smoother.
Less lime, and we put
So 2 dashes lime, or quarter ounce of lime juice.
quarter ounce of lime juice instead of the half ounce. And we did Jameson instead of bourbon.
Which is a little smoother flavor.
A little smoother. It tastes much better. Let me grab a taster.
And did 2 dashes of the Jack Daniel's bitters, depending on how your bitters comes out.
There's not a lot of difference,
But it
this,
also is.
This seems more smoother and complex than this.
The pear comes out a little more too.
And so what we decided to call this, because of its color and the fact that Monin pear syrup is in it, we're going to call it the Dirty Pear. Seems like a cool
Irish
cocktail.
Dirty Pear.
Yeah, either the Irish Dirty Pear or the Dirty Pear, because this has got bourbon.
The
in it.
Irish Pear.
This has got bourbon in it. That's doesn't. That's got Irish whiskey with the Irish beer. So we'll call it basically the Dirty Pear or the Irish Dirty Pear. Tell us what you think in the comments below. Have you come across anything like? I can't believe you come across this before with
No.
bitters and orange blossom and pear or monin.
It's a very
Watch
vast
if we go to
array.
the monin, it's gonna have.
It'd be like the top thing. It's the most popular cocktail in the world.
So tell us what you think about this drink. Give it a try. It's actually wonderful. It's definitely a springtime, summertime drink for me.
Most cold things are, but yeah.
So tell us what you
I'd say
think.
Early spring.
Early spring. Leave a comment below. I know that almost everything in here might be out of your. I mean, not almost everything, but
Jameson is
the monin
everywhere.
is something you're gonna have to get a pear syrup.
Yeah, but it could be any pear
bitters, a barrel-aged bitters or Jack Daniel's bitters, the orange blossoms. These aren't normal things in a household, but if you can get these and start your bar, you know.
True, but some things like the orange blossom water seems to usually do it spritzing, misting on cocktails. I don't think I've seen
Or
it where you do
rinses.
or rinses. It's a small bottle.
Can go a long way.
Can go a very long way. And same with bitters. I use bitters a lot, and we have yet to use a bitter bottle.
We have 1, 2.
We also have a lot. We try to collect as many as we can. Because it's nice to have them around.
We have 14, 15 bitters down there.
And a small bottle can make a great impact on a
goes
cocktail.
a long way. The monin syrup will go a long way. So these are things you can collect for your bar. But if you give this a try, tell us what you think in the comments below. It's actually really good.
Plus, you can annoy your local bartender and be like, "You have all these things, make this."
Yeah, we need a Dirty Pear. Mm-hmm. And he's
And they're gonna be like,
and they're gonna be
"What?"
what? So,
Weirdos.
yeah. Trademarked by Bourbon and Booze. Not yet, but one of these days.
We should start our own cocktail book.
We're working on it. So tell us what you think. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. It means a lot to us. Check out all of our other videos Monday through Friday. Remember, Mondays are oddities and non-whiskey alcohols. Tuesday, Thursdays are flavored whiskeys or whiskey-related whiskeys of all types. Wednesdays usually are coffees. And then, of course, Fridays are cocktails. Hopefully you have a great weekend. The weather's nice for you. We're into springtime and moving into summer, so let's do that again. Okay, there's our thumbnail. Tell us what you think and have a great weekend. Cheers. Oh, I just heard the go to bed sound.
That was
Me
my
too.
go to bed sound.